I'm bored. So I went to play Tekkit again. Yes, the world is safe. It recovered from the crash. Nothing was lost. So after I got back in, I tried to fix the issues. The issues being redstone wasn't available to turn the engines on. So I went around trying to get redstone to all the engines. But I soon realised a lot of my solutions would block power cables. So insert 20 minutes of me pacing back and forth, trying to figure out how to wire up this one engine. I was able to plug one in, but the first engine for the upper layer was just being difficult. So I had to dig across the floor of the sorting room. This continued for a bit. I was just bouncing back and forth trying to figure out how can I get a lever to all of these devices. But then ran out of cables because I'm fucking stupid. So I went looking for copper so I can make small wires or something to make cables with. It wasn't very successful. I found some, but not much. So I went back to just trying to wire everything up. I'm gonna be honest. When I started placing the levers for the redstone, I just didn't care. I just wanted to start the digital storage. I just wanted to get the macerator room out the way. But I need to actually finish this. I haven't really finished anything in this entire series. I feel it's mainly just getting it to the quality so I can move on, or getting far enough along and then realizing, oh wait, I need this thing. But that isn't important at the moment. Because I was just placing those fuckers anywhere because I wanted this done. I wanted to start the digital storage because, as I said, I need to finish something. But that wasn't happening because I had made such a mess of the macerator room. Like, look at this. Look at the wiring. Look at the pipes. It's so shit. I basically got all engines adjacent source eventually. Apart from one. It was hidden within a wire matrix and I just couldn't get anything into it. I had no way to get to it. A part of the issue was that the wires were needed. Every single wire was needed to power one machine or another, or to carry power over to another machine. It was either directly in the machine, or the only way to get power to another machine. If I got rid of one wire, one machine would lose power, at least. My solution? Pull the wires out one block, so it makes a wee space for the lever, and the lever gets trapped within the wire matrix. And I plugged it in. And I switched it on, it was all fine. Until I realised I don't have enough power. Apparently, all my generators aren't generating enough energy to power all these machines. Okay, let's have a look. Generators. Let's spell that again. There we go. Okay, let's have a think. They're using coal generators at the moment. They do have the benefits in that they're cheap, and you just have to put coal into them. So with the coal condenser, you can pretty much get unlimited of them. But they seem to have they have a limited output, if I remember correctly. It's like 4.4, I think. I don't know. What generators are better than that? God, let's try to figure this out. Okay, we have biogenerators. They can be condensed without being an advantage. Oh. Wait, do we not get shown how much they produce? Okay. If we can just find out how much these things produce, I'm pretty sure we could just condense some plants or something. Okay, what about geothermal? Geothermal, you don't want to do that. That it's a pain to keep that going. It looks amazing, but it's just a pain to keep it going. Because the lava is kind of hard to find. No idea what the kinetic is, geostropic. No idea what these things are. Semi-fluid, sterling. These just look really complex stuff. I did at one point think about doing radioactive, or nuclear, but that's just a pain, and I cannot be bothered with that. See, it's like the biogenerator, whatever the fuck it is, looks good because I can just condense some more. But I don't know how much of a pain it is to get fuel. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's just get coal generators for now and see what happens. So, went to the power shed, and I realised that I can only fit 4 more generators in this shed. So I went about trying to get some more coal generators, as they were still the favourite for the current system. Trying to get copper wires was troublesome. With the power drought, the macerators and the blacksmiths were still struggling, and not to mention the electric furnace. It was so noisy as well, so I just let the villagers out the hole. They didn't go anywhere, they still stayed in the same place for at least 30 minutes. But to try and help deal with the drought, short term anyway, I disconnected the macerator room from the grid. And guess what? It didn't work. No energy was going anywhere. All the generators were full, by the way, but just weren't pushing anything. And I checked all the cables, it was working, everything was plugged up. I don't know what happened. But it just didn't seem to work. I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea what was going on. You know, the wires were fine, everything was connected, it just wasn't passing charge. So I double checked all the wires to the blacksmith and it was all connected. Look, I don't know what happened, but after I added a new line of wires in for the new generators coming in, the whole shed came alive. I don't know what happened. With all the machines working, I did consider just leaving it, but I thought, may as well do a bit of future proofing. It doesn't hurt anyone, apart from mental health. So made the generators and I placed them all. The good thing is most of the pipes were already there, and the wires were just placed earlier, so I just needed to put the generators down. But before I did, I noticed the condenser had made 4 star spheres. So made them into an omega, and I realised I had completed the Klein star shafting challenge. I don't know. I was happy. No idea what I'm going to use this for. No idea how I'm going to charge it. But who cares? It's done, and I have a permanent battery for all my tools. I still want to condense more omegas though, because they have such a high EMC. It should keep the condenser empty all the time and just have a massive battery and reserve of EMC. because that chest is big, but the amount of coal I'm making, and you can see how full it is. I need this empty, but finished with the generators. I placed them all down and got the power shed moving, and you know, not going to make any comments about how these new generators will take up more of my EMC farm, but that's fine, completely fine. And the thing is, when I checked the outputs, it was being drained dry. I don't know what's happening, but it's working. This should be enough for everything I have set up. And then I realised that I hadn't set up the mini sorting system for the ore. So I went in quickly and I put all the ore where it needed to be, so it would all go to its own macerator that then would be, I don't know, cooked to make ingots. But the whole thing about this is that I got rid of the chest that was for the valuables. So, yeah, all the ore just gets piped directly back into the macerator. Because I have so many electrical engines at the moment, I don't want to put anything else on the grid. I don't have any more space for generators. But don't worry about that. So I just put a pipe straight down. It went into a diamond pipe and I quickly just organised everything. And by quickly, I mean it took forever, because I kept forgetting what metal I put where. Eventually I figured it out. What I hadn't figured out was that the lack of iron pipes was going to cause a massive issue. So after noticing items dropping out of pipes, I quickly did damage control and I grabbed some iron pipes to fix the issue. I ended up putting an iron pipe at the joint of the quarry as well, where the quarry and the macerator pipes combined to then go into the dump chest. I was a bit late fixing the macerator room, so by the time I added all the pipes, everything had already been processed. Everything had already been sent out and put into chests. This meant I had nothing to test to see if I actually did a good job with the iron pipes. In all honesty, with the bitch that is hindsight, I probably should have done one at a time to test if I had done it correctly. But that's an issue for another day, and another me. Because, okay, this would give me multiple opportunities to just test all this out. But I got excited, so I just did it all at once. Because after all that excitement, I considered moving the quarry. But I decided I should probably go sleep instead, and deal with the quarry another day. Because I have no idea where I'm going to put that bitch. Like, I was hoping the quarry would last a good while. But no, it didn't. It lasted like an hour or something. Anyway, that's an issue for another day. So, I guess I will see you lot later, and see you in the next video, I guess. Ugh, who knows at this point.